Two teams advanced on Tuesday, and two more are on the brink of elimination. Here we go. It's the NBA recap of the NBA playoffs. It was an absolute thriller in Charlotte as they went into overtime against the Miami Heat. Oh my God, there was a lot of drama in this game. There was a very questionable foul as Melo tripped Bam Adebayo. Bam did not return in that game. But then at the end of the game, it was Melo Ball with the layup to seal the victory, Charlotte over the Heat. Let me tell you right now, the team delivered. Miami did a good job at containing Con Knippel. Con Knippel was a no factor. And at the end of the game, it was Kobe White and Miles Bridges, along with Melo Ball, who were the trio that ignited Charlotte over the Miami Heat. Now, the Miami Heat came Kello Ware, who was in there for Bam Adebayo, was a defensive monster, delivering block after block and providing that nice defensive solidification that they need. But at the end, it was all on Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero did hit a clutch three to go ahead and put him up ahead. Then he got fouled, and then they were up by one, but then it came down to Melo Ball with seconds on the clock. Let me tell you, ultimate thriller. We'll talk a little bit more about the play-in and Adam Silver and everything that he did later on in this show.
Today's video is sponsored by The Vibe, everyone's favorite at work or on-the-go radio station, playing Spanish and English hits from the 80s till now all day long. Turn it up, keep it here, and feel the vibe by following the QR code on your screen or tap the link in the description.
The Portland Trailblazers did their thing last night and held off the Suns. And let me tell you, I thought it was going to be the Suns, but no, it was defense that showed up for the Trailblazers and held the Suns in check. Deni Avdija had 41 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 assists. He needed to have that monster game to propel that offense over the Suns. The Suns just did not have any answers for Deni Avdija, who is now going to be a premier star. Oh my goodness. They're going to ahead and move on to the next round, automatically entering the playoffs. They're going to take on the San Antonio Spurs next round of the playoffs. Tonight's matchup is going to be the Orlando Magic and the Philadelphia 76ers. Whoever wins this one clinches the 7th seed. The other one moves on to play on the winner of the 9th and 10th, which is where the Charlotte Hornets. So the loser plays the Hornets. The winner goes on to the next round. Yes, Orlando has Orlando Banchero, Franz Wagner. They picked up Desmond Bane, who has been a attitude change in Orlando, making them tougher and grittier and bringing that attitude that Orlando needed. Orlando has a very balanced attack, but they are one of these new teams that are constructed with 7-10 players or more, and there are tons of them on this team. The 76ers are a playoff team that's been here many, many times before, and they have a lot of experience from Paul George to Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid. But can they sustain late quarters and the late rounds? Because they're going up against a very young team with a very deep rotation against the Sixers. The Sixers have not been able to close out games with that energy and that oomph that you really need for these playoffs. So if you ask me, at the end of the day, I don't think Joel Embiid has enough, even though I think he will dominate because he's a really talented big man. But I think that the length on the Orlando Magic is going to slow down the offensive prowess of the 76ers. This is going to turn into like an old school East battle. You know, the NBA East has always known for their tough grinding it out and physical battle. I think this is what it's going to turn into, and you're going to be able to eliminate the finesse that the 76ers bring to the table and make this a really gritty game. The X factor for the 76ers is going to be rookie VJ Edgecombe, and that's what we've seen in these playoffs so far. Rookies tend to disappear a little bit because of the playoff atmosphere. If VJ shows up, I do think the Sixers will win by a little bit, but I'm going to go against the trends of what everyone else is saying. I'm going to say the Orlando Magic pull it off, bring in the physicality and that grind and that hunger. And Banchero finally shows up, okay? Finally shows up in a playoff game, in a game that matters, and takes Orlando over Philadelphia. The other matchup of the night is going to be the Golden State Warriors against the LA Clippers. Now, the Warriors and the Clippers, you know, almost like backdoored their way into the playoffs because they just weren't strong enough during the regular season. Golden State had to revamp their lineup because they succumbed to a lot of injuries. They lost Jimmy Butler. They lost Stephon Curry for most of the season. But now Stephen Curry is back, the three-point assassin. They're a really good team and solid, and I think they're probably one of the better coached teams that are in the playoffs, which pushes them a little bit farther than most teams that are out there. So I do think that the Golden State Warriors do bring something to the table. They're going up against the LA Clippers. Now, the LA Clippers, during midseason, made a couple of trades, got a little bit younger, got rid of Harden, and brought in some other pieces to make that team a little more flexible and younger, especially in the wings and on the guards to go along with Leonard, who is up there in age. Leonard has been on a tear at the end of the season. Let me tell you, his numbers are all-star numbers in those final 20 games of the season. He showed up and was showing how hungry he was and wanted to win right now in LA in that brand new stadium with the wall. You know, they got that wall that's up there, really weird setup. So tonight, you got Golden State's experience again against the LA Clippers' inexperience. Who will win? Well, at the end of the day, I'm going to give the edge ever so slightly to the Golden State Warriors, who are a more complete team and built to defend and go up against these Western Conference foes. The Clippers are bringing in one of the top-rated defense and have shut down many teams coming throughout this year. But I think that Mr. Curry finds a way to go ahead and elevate his team in clutch time and pulls it off for the Golden State Warriors. Now, what everyone's talking about was Amazon Prime having troubles with the overtime. I guess everybody was tapping in, heard what was going on with this crazy game that went into overtime with LaMelo Ball, who is a very popular player. I'm talking about he sells jerseys, he sells tickets. The Hornets have sold out the last 15 games of the season. So it's showing the energy that the Hornets were bringing in. And again, it's one of these things where it's a learning thing, because we saw this happen in Netflix with one of the Mike Tyson fights where they just went down. It was a horrible thing. So now you got this energy that's coming in. The overtime was coming, and now a lot of people are upset because they missed some of the overtime. If you were watching it on Amazon Prime, and I'm sorry, but you know what? These things are going to happen. It's part of growth, but I seriously doubt it's going to happen. I bet you they open a whole new data center just to handle it with the new servers to make sure that you don't miss another piece of action. Now, the other thing is Adam Silver hit it with this play-in. This play-in is really a rarely new thing, but the energy that was in last night in Charlotte, the crowd was going crazy. You can feel it through the television. It was amazing to watch a game. You would think that it was the NBA Finals, but the energy of this game felt like a good Game 7. It was really good, especially the Charlotte game. And also down the line in that Trailblazer game, it was tight at the end. I mean, you had the Suns fighting in. And so, you know what, Adam Silver, kudos to the NBA. You nailed it with this one. So the question is, who do I trust more tonight? Yes, I'm going to go ahead and say I trust Curry over Leonard only because of the energy. Leonard is a two-point assassin. In a day of analytics, I still think that it comes down to the three-point shot. And Curry is going to be there. He had most of the season off. He's rested, ready to take it out. So I'm going to take Curry, and especially late in the game, over the Clippers. It's going to be a tight one. It's going to be hard fought, but you already know they got Draymond Green, the enforcer, over there with the Golden State Warriors, and he's going to be able to step up and take on these Clippers, who I just don't think they're playoff ready just yet. Is Orlando ready right now? Yeah, I'm going to say Orlando is ready right now to take it. They have the energy. Franz Wagner is the difference maker. I'm going to tell you right now, he is a difference maker and a handful for whoever is playing center. So I don't think that Andre Drummond or Joel Embiid have enough to handle Wagner. And let me tell you, they got another 6'10" guy in Blanco doing his thing. So it's going to be tough. I'm going to go with Blanchero tonight doing this thing. Orlando, Desmond Bane being that enforcer and being a bully over there and taking Tyrese Maxey off the court. Again, I'm thinking right now, Orlando's time is today. And are the Suns in trouble? Let me tell you right now, I don't know if the Suns are in real trouble, but I'm telling you that they weren't really supposed to be this far. They actually improved without KD. And I think that their energy was really, really good. And the chances, then, you know, most likely they're going to have another chance because now the Suns get to play either Golden State or the Clippers. Whoever loses that game goes and plays against whoever wins that game. Whoever wins between the Warriors and the Clippers take on the Suns. And the Suns are, I think, a better matchup for those two teams. Do I think they're going to be eliminated? I think if they face the Warriors, the elimination is going to be highly probable because the Golden State Warriors are a really complete team, and they play team ball, and they can outlast most teams. And defensively, I don't think the Suns are going to be there, and that was shown against the Trailblazers, where Avdija went off. So if you got an offensive player, and especially if Curry has one of his Curry nights, yes, the Suns going to get cooked. And if whoever they face, if they face the Clippers, it's going to be pretty interesting too, because the Clippers defense is amazing. So the Suns will go back to back against two really good defensive teams. Already lost against the Trailblazers. Don't see them winning again against the Clippers. So yeah, I think that the Suns are in a little bit of trouble this season, but that's okay because they exceeded expectations already and provided us with a really good play-in game. So which of the two youngest teams in the playoffs are the most dangerous? Well, I'm going to go with the Hornets. Why? Well, the Blazers bring defense, but the Hornets bring defense and an offensive explosion, and you don't know where it's going to come from. Last night, the Hornets had Miles Bridges, Kobe White that came off the bench, and LaMelo Ball being their 3 stars. I don't see 3 stars on the Trailblazers teams offensively. It's just Deni Avdija, and that is it. Now, the defense can carry the Portland Trailblazers a little bit farther because they are a good team, and I can see them pushing forward. But when you got powerhouses still up on the table, such as the Minnesota Timberwolves, the San Antonio Spurs, the OKC Thunder, there is a little bit of chance that the Trailblazers defense can go farther than this. The Hornets, on the other hand, are proven to be a really good, strong team, and they're going to give anyone fits to whoever they see in the next round. Well, they also got one more play-in game that they have to win, but I see them winning that game. That is the crazy thing. I see them winning that game. If they go up against either Orlando or the 76ers, I'm going to take the Hornets yet again. And let me tell you, only because of the amount of energy and the enthusiasm. Plus, it's good for the NBA to have a young team. You got LaMelo Ball who's selling out jerseys, and for once in like 20 years, the Hornets are selling out their stadium. This has been Sports Talk. I'm Jose Candelario. Thank you for joining me, and I hope that you enjoyed this and content. And please share, like, and subscribe, and do what it do. Until next time, let's keep watching.
If you're enjoying this content and would like to support the Jose Candelario Show, here are a few ways you can donate and help us keep creating more interviews, stories, and community content. Your support truly makes a difference. And thank you.